MMA?
It was a little difficult, but you know, these guys are warriors, and so whenever it was sort of an easy transition in that sense. I just had to learn how to get punched. You know, that was sort of the hardest thing, but you know, we compete, you go through injuries, you go through different battles on the mat, and it helped me transfer into MMA.
Yeah, what are the lessons that John Smith, Oklahoma State head coach, has kind of passed on to you now that you use?
Let's see here. Knowing your body, knowing how to train, knowing when to, you know, sort of pull away, and also how to set goals and how to really focus on that and get the job done. This
is a critical bout right now for Oklahoma State with Josh Kindig on mat 4. If they're going to win the NCAA championship. What are your thoughts on the Cowboys in this tournament?
I think the Cowboys are doing great. You know, they're a great tournament team. I think the next couple of weights are going to be amazing. You know, I think he's going to be the starter off. You know, if he gets it done, it's just going to roll to the next one, and to the next one, and the next one. And that's what it's about, is that team-building confidence in this tournament.
Great to see you. You look great for a guy who had a big-time fight last weekend. The beard is shaved, and you start a new one, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I shave it after every fight to remember who I am and to get back in there and do it all over again.
Great to see you. Congratulations. Continued success, Adam.
Quinn, Johnny, thank you very much. Lost to Georges St. Pierre in November and bounced back for the welterweight title against Robbie Lawler. Congrats to Johnny Hendricks, one of the great ambassadors for this sport, for MMA, and really one of the great wrestlers in Oklahoma State history. So here we go, 149 semifinals. Drake Houdashelt's the #1 seed. Jason Tsirtsis of Northwestern is a redshirt freshman out of Crown Point, Indiana. That's his opponent. What a performance so far by Tsirtsis. He knocked off the defending 141-pound champ Kendrick Maple, who moved up to 149 to wrestle here in the semifinals. Meanwhile, 4 double-digit seeds remaining in the tournament. 2 of them are right here. Josh Kindig, who Quint mentioned, and Mitch Minotti, the 8th freshman All-American in Lehigh history. Kindig is the first of 4 semifinalists for Oklahoma State. Now, guys, is when things get interesting. Oklahoma State has to start making their push. They've got 4 semifinalists, starting with Kindig.
Kindig's having a breakout tournament. They've been waiting for Kindig to get this far in the tournament since he came to the campus of Oklahoma State. He's at a tremendous tournament so far. But Minotti, he's a tournament wrestler.
Yeah.
And so he's having himself a great tournament too. And this will be a really interesting match.
Now, something to keep an eye on. Obviously, you see the 2 double-digit seeds. Tsirtsis is a 5 seed. Now, granted, a lot of people thought he might have been seeded higher, but he's a redshirt freshman, unproven. But I think these 3 guys specifically have proven seeding means absolutely nothing in this tournament.
Oh, definitely. You can see on both mats here, the guys are wrestling with extreme confidence, especially Tsirtsis up there. I'm noticing that already a couple of times he's shot Houdashelt out of bounds. He's getting those tie-ups, driving Houdashelt. He's really trying to control the pace and the tempo of this match. And that's something that it's tough to do as a freshman. Coming in, these big lights, all these people around. He's wrestling with confidence. That's what you got to do.
Final seconds in both of these 149-pound semifinals. We're guaranteed at least 1 double-digit seed into the finals. Hasn't happened in 2 years. Remember, Nico Megaludis was a 10 seed, and he made the national championship match a couple of years ago as a freshman. Kindig and Minotti, redshirt junior and a true freshman, trying to do it here. Both scoreless through 1. I really like this Tsirtsis kid. Jason Tsirtsis is 4-time state champion in Indiana, wrestled at the Olympic trials a couple of years ago. You remember his brother Alex, who had 96 wins at Iowa. He's got a good pedigree.
It's a clash of styles here. Tsirtsis is almost perfect technically, but Houdashelt, he is a scrambler. He can pin from scrambling. His coach, Brian Smith, calls him Cold Trickle from Days of Thunder because he came into the room. He was an uncontrollable scrambler, and now he's learned how to control his scrambling. He was all over the place when he first came into the Missouri room, but he has really settled in. But he knows that his purpose is to get in that scramble because he wins it every time.
Houdashelt on the ride in the second. It's Kindig on the ride for Oklahoma State in the second.
Houdashelt really doing a great job on top there, following the hips of Tsirtsis. Tsirtsis sitting out there, trying to do a little switch, and Houdashelt, he's just focusing on the hips. Just control those hips, you're going to be fine. You're able to ride the bottom guy out.
Houdashelt dropped to 149 pounds last year, so he's changed weight classes in the last 24 months. He's won the last 2 MAC championships at 149 pounds. And Tsirtsis is cut loose. He's able to escape from Houdashelt to get the first point of the 149 semis.
It's a good job by Tsirtsis there, because the first couple of times he tried to sit out, Houdashelt almost caught him on his back, and that's why he had to go back to his belly. So to get away before the riding time is a big factor here. It was real important for Tsirtsis.
Kindig dealing with blood time right now in the bottom right, and that's the stoppage there. He's going to zoom in here on Tsirtsis and Houdashelt on their feet.
And speaking of Northwestern, how good are they going to be in a couple of years? They got the #1 recruiting class coming in, and then Tsirtsis only being a freshman, and they've got a lot of good young wrestlers. Drew Periano doing a nice job at his alma mater.
He's in his 4th season at Northwestern. He's coached a couple of national champions. Dustin Fox comes to mind in the heavyweight division. Nearly had one last year in Jason Welch. Scramble in the bottom right as Kindig and Minotti are back and going. And there's the escape point for Minotti to get on the board in that match.
That was a really important ride for Kindig. He's got the riding time now, and enough so that he might be able to get a quick escape and keep it when he goes to the bottom.
So Tsirtsis has the lead. He got the escape. Now he's got to try to ride against Houdashelt. Not sure if there was a caution issued there in the upper left. Might have been the officials trying to get a little bit too early, a little bit too quick on the whistle, and that was the case. So no caution issued to that one. Meanwhile, Kindig's got a takedown, and that makes the Cowboy fans get to their feet.
Some nice quick reflexes there by Kindig. You see, stopped that shot of Minotti, got the spin behind there, sunk down to the legs. Great job, especially at the end of the period, too. That's huge. You finish off the period getting the takedown, getting 2 points in the ride out. Couldn't ask for any better.
Absolutely. Kindig's got the lead going to the 3rd, and escape for Houdashelt in his match against Tsirtsis. They're tied at 1. Anthony, this is the takedown that you're talking about.
See right there, stuffing that takedown, spin behind, that's what you got to do. And you got to have those quick reflexes, be able to re-attack without hesitation there. Great job by Kindig, seeing the opening and taking it.
More blood time here, though, as well for Kindig.
Houdashelt got his escape in a scramble, and he was able to get away, and you could see right there that he'd love to get in more scrambles. Tsirtsis holds position so well, doesn't allow for Houdashelt to get into his game.
Bottom right, it's Minotti of Lehigh, and he's able to pick up a reversal as Kindig. Great job by Kindig to get out of that, get the reversal, and he's got the 4-1 lead for Oklahoma State, the first of 4 semifinalists.
Tsirtsis just not being able to break through that head-hands defense of Houdashelt and get in tight on a penetration.
Houdashelt and Tsirtsis, 31 seconds to go. That's in the 3rd period, tied at 1. Kindig's got the lead after the reversal, a 4-1 advantage on Minotti in the bottom right. Lehigh's coaching staff, led by Coach Santoro, is challenging. And the officials are going to get a look there. Meanwhile, Houdashelt and Tsirtsis, final seconds of the 3rd. Houdashelt trying to get in on a leg.
It's a big opportunity for Houdashelt. It's the first time he's really been in on that single.
They just didn't have enough time. So they'll go to sudden victory. They did, the officials in the bottom right, by the way, confirmed the reversal. So Kindig's got the lead. It's 4-2 now after Minotti picked up a point. Houdashelt and Tsirtsis, sudden victory in the upper left. This for a spot in the finals in 149 pounds. Next point, if it's scored in the next 41 seconds, wins it. Otherwise, we'll go to 2 alternating 30-second periods. These guys trying to grind on each other's necks and wear each other down, posting up on the heads and maybe setting up an angle.
He's down there in the right corner. Kindig, he's really looking confident in this tournament. You know, coming in the 11th seed, he's wrestling so well. If he keeps it up, he's going to be in the finals here.
Tsirtsis in on a leg of Houdashelt looking for the win. Still 20 seconds to go.
Very technically sound.
You said it. We'll check in. Sudden victory. Next point in the next 10 seconds could win it. Houdashelt trying to get out of bounds. Tsirtsis staying inbounds, trying to finish a shot.
Just trying to get to that far leg, but Houdashelt doing a nice job of keeping it away.
He kept his base pretty nicely too that time. So now 2 alternating 30-second periods for Houdashelt and Tsirtsis. Houdashelt gets the choice to start. He chooses bottom, looking for the escape point. Kindig still has the lead in the bottom right with 40 seconds to go in the third. Here we go. Houdashelt looking for the escape. Scramble. Houdashelt trying to get away from Tsirtsis, who maintained the ride. Desperately hanging on with 19 to go. Houdashelt trying to get to the backside. Still holding on to that leg, Tsirtsis. It looks like the rule is stalemate. Back to bottom position goes Houdashelt. Tsirtsis nearly lost him, but held on.
Did the smart thing of hanging on tight to that ankle because he was only going to get a stalemate the first time around.
Driving him back down to the mat to try to ride it out for the final seconds.
Now he should get a stall. Yes, there's a stall.
There's
warning.
a stall point, or warning, you're right.
But that's,
stall warning. That's
right
fine at the end of the period.
Oh, it's his strategy.
Oklahoma State fans to their feet. The first of 4 semifinalists has converted. The 11th seed, Josh Kindig, is into the finals for the Cowboys. Still alive in the team race is Oklahoma State. First-time All-American, first trip to the finals for the redshirt junior. So let's lock into Houdashelt and Tsirtsis.
Advantage Tsirtsis now with that ride out. The opportunity to get away.
He's going to get an opportunity to escape and try to close out 30 seconds and make it to the championship as a redshirt freshman.
Tsirtsis did a good job of looking at that a couple of 15-second rides, and that's how Houdashelt has to look at it. He might have to go out of bounds 3 times.
Yes. Control. That's the key right now for both of these wrestlers.
Houdashelt on top there. You see he's doing a nice job staying on his toes, pressuring forward. He had the spiral ride in on there. He started working down to the wrist. He's going for the thigh pry there. That's what you got to do. You got to continuously move around, not allow that bottom guy any time to start trying to get his hips separated, doing those funky spins on you.
Here we go. Tsirtsis trying to escape. And a caution is issued against Houdashelt. Went too early.
Just trying to get that back pressure so he can hip heist out.
Trying to twist those hips, trying to get away. Still a second to go.
He does!
He did it! He did it! At the end of overtime, Jason Tsirtsis to the championship. He knocked out a defending champion to reach the semis. He's knocked out the #1 seed to get to the finals. Battered and tired and bloodied, but headed to the national championship match for the first time in his career. He makes it to the NCAAs, and now he's headed to the finals.
We talked about the back pressure and then the hip heist, and then he's able to push away to get the 1. That's how tough the Big Ten is right there. Could this be the next? He's on his way, a freshman. Could he win an NCAA title? He gets the opportunity.
Well, how about this? The Mizzou fans so disappointed. Houdashelt had